Okay, Timmy. And I've been showing this on the videos when we've hit every day this summer. You got to see some of them on Friday when you were there. We really need you to get off your back side on your stride. I know that when you hit in the winter time early before basketball season, I know we talked about that. As you watch, and I'm going to zoom in here on just your lower half, as you're taking your stride, watch this actually go backwards. Okay? So you can see when your stride foot hits, right? That's kind of the opposite of what we want to be working on, right? As we showed on the videos, as we are taking our stride, we want to feel forward, right? So we're able to rotate. It's really intuitive, right? Like if my force is going to be rotating out to the ball that way, I can't have this going back on my stride. Again, we're just watching here, we're watching here, we're even watching here. You can see how all of that is going backwards, right? So that makes it very difficult then to unload, right? See how we just get this spinning type of action as opposed to like those major leaguers that we show where we're getting that drive into the baseball. So by the time that we're getting to heel down, right, you can see in our immediate preparation, you can see with everything stuck up here on the back side, we're not going to be able to get that drive to the ball. And the end result, as you can see, we've created a lot of space. Oops, I'm trying to draw here. A lot of space between our hands and our back shoulder. We want to maintain that as a fist away. See how you're a fist away there, but as we're not able to use our lower half because we're stuck on our backside, you can see how it's a real sweeping arm action. Then you come back in, right? You come back in, but we still get that around type of action. And as we zoom out and show the whole thing, you can see how your arms get well ahead of your turn, which causes that around type of action. So rather than say, hey, let's turn first, or hey, let's go to the ball, or hey, keep your top hand connected to your back shoulder, the very first thing that we have to do, and this is an absolute must, is as we take our stride here, right, and don't even think about, your front foot reaching, right? That's kind of the last thing that we want to do. We've got to start as we take our stride, getting going forward, right? Again, as we watch and zoom in and look, oops, here, right? We can see as we stride, all of that is going in the opposite direction of where we want to go. We need that all moving forward on our stride, right? So we can see here that that's just an inefficient motion to be able to create that lower half engagement first. And because of that, as we zoom out, we can see it gets our arms in front. We get that huge gap right in there. Then you do a nice job pulling it back in, right? But the damage is already done because it set us up on a path to be around, and it's going to make us slow on anything that's hard, particularly, and anything that's in, because we've created kind of a long swing to the ball. So this is something that you can just dry rep over and over again, right? The idea of, hey, as I take my stride, I've got to feel my weight going forward, right? Now we'll still stay stacked up, chin over belly button when our stride foot hits, just like those major league samples that I showed you on Friday. But when we get off our backside on our stride, we will be able to engage it much better. By much better, I mean we'll be able to make our first movement forward be with our core instead of with our arms, as you see there. So again, dry rep, feel. We're just looking at here. Feel that foot stay anchored. Feel that back knee get going. Feel that back hip get going forward instead of backwards on our stride. Just think about if you were throwing, right? You wouldn't want your throwing action to be like that with your back leg. You would want it to be going forward. And I'll talk to you in person the next time you hit and explain this to you some more, but I wanted you to see that.